Hi, first graders. Thank you for coming back to our next lesson in our set of how-to writing lessons. So far, you have brainstormed different topics that you could write a how-to book about, and you have chosen a topic, and then you wrote your introduction. Today, we are going to begin writing the steps of our how-to books. We will write steps a first time, and then we will do some revision to make sure that our readers understand everything they need to do to learn the thing that we're teaching them about. Here we go. Last week, we talked about how how-to writing is a type of writing that teaches the reader how to do something. To write a how-to book, you need to choose a topic that you know a lot about. We brainstormed topics, and then we all chose one topic to write a book about. Then we started working on our introduction, and we talked about how the introduction should do three things. It should get the reader interested in your book, which might be by asking your reader a question, like, have you ever wanted to grow your own food? Or telling the reader why you like to do this thing, like growing vegetables is fun and rewarding. Then your introduction should tell your reader exactly what your book is about. And finally, your introduction should tell your reader all the materials that they need. I wrote my introduction that did all three of those things. My introduction says, have you ever wanted to grow your own food? I will teach you how to grow lettuce. You will need a pot, dirt, lettuce seeds, and water. Have you chosen a topic and written your introduction? If not, you should stop the video and go do those things now. If you have, then it's time to get started writing our steps. As you begin to think about the steps that you are going to write, a few things are very important to keep in mind. Your steps should be in order. Your steps should have transition words like first, next, then, and last. And your steps should include pictures that help the reader understand your words and understand what they are supposed to do even better. Here's my first step. First, fill the pot with dirt and put it somewhere that gets lots of sunlight. What is the very first thing that your reader needs to do to learn or do the thing that you're teaching them? What picture could you draw to help the reader understand exactly what you mean? Stop the video and write your first step. This is my second step. Number 2. Next, put the lettuce seeds in the pot. What does your reader need to do next? What is number 2? Stop the video and write number 2. Number 3, then water the seeds. On my picture, I show a hose and I say, or use a watering can or a cup. My picture helps the reader understand how they can water their seeds. What is your next step? What does your reader need to know, and how can your picture help them? Stop the video and write your next step. Number 4. Last, wait for your lettuce to grow. Enjoy. This is my last step, but it might not be your last step. You might have more than 4 steps. Think about everything the reader needs to know to learn the thing you're teaching them. Finish writing your steps and then come back to the video and we will talk about how to revise our writing or make it even better. All right, first graders, if you have the steps of your how-to book written, you are in the right place. We are now going to talk about how to revise our writing. And in how-to writing, revision, which is when we revise, revision is very important because if we don't tell our reader exactly what to do, if we leave a step out, or if we don't give them enough details, they might try to do the thing that we're teaching them, and it might not work. And then they might become frustrated. So when we reread our how-to writing, we have to visualize the reader doing the things that we tell them to do. And we need to think and ask ourselves, did we tell them everything they need to know? Every little step they need to take to be successful in doing this thing. Let's do some revision. I am going to reread my step number 1. It says, first, fill the pot with dirt and put it somewhere that gets lots of sunlight. I think I should have told the reader that they should not fill the pot to the very tippy top with dirt. They should leave some room at the top so that the plant has enough room and there's enough room to water without the dirt falling out. I'm going to add that. Let's see how this sounds. Number 1, first, fill the pot with dirt and put it somewhere that gets lots of sunlight. Leave a few inches at the top of the pot. Oh, I think that's more clear. Now let's go to step 2. Number 2, next, put the lettuce seeds in the pot. I didn't tell the reader that they should make little holes and put the seeds in the holes. I am going to add that information. That's an important detail to learn how to grow lettuce. I changed this to number 2. Next, make very shallow. Shallow means not deep. Make very shallow holes about 4 inches apart. Put a seed in each hole. Cover the seeds with dirt. That is much more clear than just telling the reader to put the seeds in the dirt. Number 3 says, then water the seeds. I think that the reader needs to know that they should be very gentle and very careful so they don't wash the seeds out of their holes when they water. Let me add some detail. I think this is better. Number 3, then water the seeds gently so they stay in their holes. Number 4 says, last, wait for your lettuce to grow. Enjoy. There are some things that you need to do before the lettuce is ready to eat. One thing is you need to make sure that it stays watered. I'd better add that detail. Now, number 4 says, last, water your lettuce regularly so it doesn't dry out. When the outside leaves are big enough, you can pick them and let the rest of the plant grow. Enjoy! After you have written your first draft of your steps, go back and reread them. Visualize the directions that you wrote and make sure that you have given the reader all the details they need to know to be successful in doing the thing you're teaching us about. Next time, we will finish our book by writing our conclusions.